Do you ever get slurry in the water?
How long have you been trying to be a vet?
I'm in my final year at university.
Well, after all that hard work, you should know what slurry would do.
Kill your fish.
Precisely. You see any dead fish here?
Mr. Turner, I'm not accusing you of anything.
Really?
I'm just trying to help.
Help? Who? Me? Your father?
I've an idea what might be wrong with Mr. Armstrong.
We all know what's wrong with him. A severe case of idolitis.
So there's never any slurry in the river with all these farms around?
In the river, yes. In the fish farm, no. You see, if we see it coming, we just shut the inlet valves and let it go past.
So it does happen?
Well, sometimes, yes. But that's not what's wrong with Armstrong. He's got a mild case of diarrhea and he's making a meal of... Well, see what I mean.
You don't really care, do you? So long as it doesn't land on your doorstep. Well, if I'm right about what's wrong with him, you should think about this. It could have been you in that hospital bed. It still could be. I'm only sorry it's not.
Excuse me. Can you tell me what farm this is?
Emmerdale.
Oh, Mr. Sugden's farm.
Yeah, and I'm Mr. Sugden. Should I know you?
I'm Zoe Tate from Home Farm. It must be your brother I've met, Joe.
Yeah, well, I'm Jack, the tall, dark, handsome one.
I'll settle for friendly.
Story of my life.
Can I ask you a question?
If you like.
Can I look at your animals?
Well, if you just want to look at them, you can see some ewes from here.
Well, when I say look, I mean examine. Does cryptosporidium mean anything to you?
No. Why don't you explain it to me over a cup of tea? Better than standing here.
Smashing, thanks. Are you really a farmer? You don't behave like one.
You can explain that over tea and all. I'll know whether to feel insulted or not. All the slurry from the missile comes in here. When it's full, we pump it out and spread it on the fields.
You said there'd been a problem.
Well, it depends what you call a problem. Some farmers would say you can't have too much slurry, that it's good for the land. But we're building up a beef herd right now, and extra cattle means extra slurry, but, well, I reckon just lately there's been a fair bit more per head, as it were.
Is it possible that the excess could be leaking onto the watercourse?
Well, it's possible. During the winter there are more beasts inside, which means they're not spreading the muck on the land themselves. That's difficult for us to get out muck spreading as often as we like, or for us to dump it.
That's probably it then.
What?
Cryptosporidium.
Right, that's it. You don't use big words like that to me without a cup of tea in your hand. Come on.